Imagine this: someone who eats right, exercises daily, avoids smoking, and seems perfectly healthy, suddenly suffers a heart attack. How is that possible? If you've ever wondered why seemingly healthy people still face heart disease, you're about to discover the hidden truths and the life-saving steps you can take today. Imagine living your life the way doctors tell you to. You exercise regularly, you eat fresh vegetables and lean protein, you avoid sugar, you don't smoke, you don't binge drink, you go to sleep on time, and yet, one morning, your chest tightens, your arm tingles, and your world turns upside down. The unthinkable has happened: a heart attack. How could this happen to someone who has done everything right? This is the terrifying reality that thousands of seemingly healthy people face every year. Studies show that about 25% of heart attacks happen in people who have no traditional risk factors: no obesity, no diabetes, no high cholesterol, no smoking history. And this is not just coincidence. Beneath the surface of outward health, hidden processes are quietly working against the very organ that keeps us alive. Your arteries, those delicate tubes carrying life-sustaining blood, can harbor invisible threats. Plaque builds silently over years, sometimes decades, narrowing passages without any symptoms until suddenly the blockage becomes catastrophic. Even if your cholesterol levels appear normal on a standard blood test, research shows that it is not just the quantity, but the quality of cholesterol that matters. Small, dense LDL particles slip through your arterial walls more easily, creating inflammation and triggering clot formation. This subtle, unseen damage is often ignored until it strikes. Inflammation, a process usually reserved for fighting infections, can be your heart's worst enemy when chronically activated. Factors as common as poor sleep, emotional stress, or even hidden infections can keep your inflammatory markers high. C-reactive protein, a biomarker often overlooked, has been shown in numerous studies to predict heart attack risk, even in people with normal cholesterol and blood pressure. And stress, something most of us face daily, is far more dangerous than we realize. Cortisol, the hormone released during chronic stress, raises blood sugar, increases blood pressure, and accelerates arterial aging. High-pressure jobs, financial worries, and unresolved trauma can silently erode heart health over years, leaving outwardly healthy individuals sitting on a ticking time bomb. Genetics also plays a hidden role. A person can exercise diligently and eat perfectly, yet a family history of early heart disease can multiply risk. Scientists estimate that up to 50% of cardiovascular risk is inherited, meaning some of us are genetically predisposed to arterial vulnerability. But it's not all genetics. Lifestyle choices can amplify or mitigate these risks in profound ways. Even healthy foods can be deceiving if consumed incorrectly. Refined grains, low-fat packaged snacks, and hidden sugars can spike insulin and worsen inflammation, undermining years of exercise and careful dieting. Meanwhile, foods rich in antioxidants, fiber, and omega-3 fatty acids have been shown to stabilize plaques, lower blood pressure, and improve arterial flexibility. Salmon, sardines, walnuts, blueberries, leafy greens, and whole grains are not just nutritious, they are protective armor for your heart. The key is not only what you eat, but how consistently you integrate these foods into your daily life. Skipping meals, binging on processed snacks, or inconsistent patterns can reduce their protective effect, leaving arteries vulnerable. And yet, prevention does not stop at diet. Even perfectly healthy lifestyles require vigilance through regular testing. Coronary calcium scans, which visualize calcium buildup in arteries, can detect hidden plaque long before symptoms appear. Cholesterol panels, blood pressure monitoring, and inflammatory markers are your window into your silent heart risk. Imagine your heart as an engine running silently inside your chest. Outwardly, it may seem flawless, but every artery blockage, every hidden inflammatory spike, every moment of untreated stress is a crack in that engine. Early detection, combined with scientifically proven lifestyle strategies, is the only way to prevent catastrophic failure. Heart disease is not always a story of neglect or poor habits. In countless cases, it is a story of invisibility, where modern medicine's standard checkups fail to capture the subtle internal dangers until it is too late. And that is why even the healthiest among us must approach prevention proactively, not reactively. The lesson is clear. No matter how fit, disciplined, or healthy you appear, your heart operates on a level you cannot see. You must nurture it every day. Not just with exercise or occasional salads, but with a lifestyle that reduces inflammation, manages stress, and nourishes your arteries. Incorporate anti-inflammatory foods, maintain consistent sleep, manage stress, and commit to regular screenings. These steps are your shield, your armor, your lifeline. Ignoring them is a risk no one can afford. The truth is uncomfortable but empowering. You cannot control genetics, but you can control your daily habits, your environment, and your vigilance. The heart does not lie. It reflects every choice, every moment, and every hidden stress your body carries. Protect it, and you protect your life. Ignore it, and even the healthiest among us may one day face the unthinkable. Even if you appear healthy, there is a silent battlefield within your arteries. The good news is that science has given us the weapons to fight it, and the power to protect your heart lies in your daily choices. Prevention is not just about avoiding harm. It is about building resilience at a cellular level, strengthening every vessel, every heartbeat, every moment of life. The foods you consume are your first line of defense. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are not just delicious, they are rich in omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation, lower triglycerides, and stabilize the fragile plaques that lurk within your arteries. Studies published in the Journal of the American Heart Association reveal that people who consume fatty fish at least twice a week have up to a 30% lower risk of sudden cardiac events. Berries, often underestimated, are little powerhouses of antioxidants. Blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries contain flavonoids that protect endothelial cells, lining your blood vessels, reduce oxidative stress, and improve blood flow. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that adults who eat a cup of berries daily have significantly lower blood pressure and arterial stiffness. Leafy greens such as spinach, kale, and arugula are more than just vitamins and minerals. They contain nitrates that naturally dilate blood vessels, improving oxygen delivery to your heart. One study in the journal Circulation found that daily consumption of leafy greens reduces cardiovascular disease risk by up to 16%, a remarkable effect for a simple dietary habit. Nuts, particularly walnuts and almonds, contain heart-healthy fats that lower LDL cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and even improve plaque composition. Clinical trials show that eating a handful of nuts daily can decrease the risk of coronary heart disease by 30% or more. Whole grains like oats, quinoa, and brown rice slow glucose absorption, stabilize insulin, and provide soluble fiber that binds excess cholesterol. The Nurses' Health Study demonstrated that individuals who eat 3 servings of whole grains daily have a 20% lower risk of heart disease compared to those who consume mostly refined grains. But it is not enough to know what to eat. It is how consistently you integrate these foods into your life that counts. Start your morning with oatmeal topped with berries and walnuts. Replace processed snacks with fresh fruit or a handful of nuts. Build meals around leafy greens and include fatty fish at least twice a week. Small, repeated choices compound into profound protection over time. Exercise is another cornerstone of prevention. Not extreme, not exhausting, but consistent movement. 30 minutes of brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or even vigorous household activity daily improves endothelial function, lowers blood pressure, and strengthens the heart muscle itself. Studies in the European Heart Journal show that moderate exercise reduces the risk of heart attack by nearly 35%, even in people with genetic predispositions. Sleep, often overlooked, is the repair mechanism for your cardiovascular system. Chronic sleep deprivation elevates cortisol, increases blood pressure, and fuels inflammation. Research in the journal Sleep links sleeping less than 6 hours per night to a 48% higher risk of developing heart disease, even among individuals who otherwise maintain healthy lifestyles. Stress is a silent assassin. Chronic stress triggers hormonal cascades that damage your arteries and accelerate plaque formation. Meditation, deep breathing, yoga, and even short walks in nature have been scientifically proven to lower cortisol levels, reduce blood pressure, and enhance heart rate variability, a marker of cardiovascular resilience. But prevention is not just lifestyle, it is vigilance. Regular health checkups are essential weapons in your heart protection arsenal. Coronary calcium scans, cholesterol panels, blood pressure monitoring, and markers of inflammation like C-reactive protein can detect hidden threats long before symptoms arise. Early detection is your chance to intervene, to act before it is too late. Imagine your heart as a hidden engine, quietly sustaining life. Every choice you make either strengthens that engine or silently undermines it. The foods you eat, the movement you engage in, the hours you sleep, and the way you handle stress, these are not trivial decisions. They are life-saving interventions, the difference between sudden heartbreak and decades of vibrant living. Anti-inflammatory foods, consistent exercise, sufficient sleep, stress management, and proactive medical screening are your tools, your shield, and your lifeline. They do not guarantee invincibility, but they dramatically shift the odds in your favor, turning potential tragedy into prevention. The heart responds to what you give it. Feed it nutrient-rich foods, protect it with movement, repair it with rest, calm it with mindfulness, and monitor it with scientific vigilance. Each day is an opportunity to fortify the organ that sustains every thought, every movement, every emotion you will ever have. This is not just diet or lifestyle advice, it is a blueprint for survival. Science has proven the impact of these actions repeatedly, from the Mediterranean diet trials to longitudinal studies tracking cardiovascular outcomes across decades. The evidence is overwhelming. A diet rich in omega-3s, antioxidants, fiber, and micronutrients combined with active daily life and stress reduction is your most potent defense against hidden heart attacks. And yet, knowledge alone is not enough. Action is required. Every morning you choose whole grains over refined carbs, leafy greens over empty calories, a brisk walk over sedentary comfort, and a mindful breath over unchecked stress. You are protecting your life. You are fortifying your heart, layer by layer, against the silent forces that could otherwise strike without warning. Prevention is not a single act. It is a lifetime of consistent, deliberate choices, and it is within your control. Even if you appear healthy, even if you feel invincible, the arteries do not lie. They reflect every hidden inflammatory spike, every unmanaged stressor, every nutritional gap. But the remarkable truth is also clear. They respond beautifully to care. With each meal, each step, each hour of rest, and each conscious moment of stress management, your arteries become stronger, your blood flows more freely, and your risk diminishes. You are not powerless. You are armed with science, guided by evidence, and capable of rewriting the fate that genetics and circumstance might otherwise impose. The heart does not forgive neglect, but it rewards vigilance. Protect it, nurture it, and every beat will sustain the life you are building, the dreams you are chasing, and the moments you cherish with the people you love.